All right, people, we hit a trade on a No News Monday, which again, it was a good trade. It was there, so that's why I took it. We had to wait a little bit patient to get it. We got it around 10:30, but we ended up hitting what we wanted to hit. So let's go over the trade real quick. You guys should be able to see that. I didn't take it on ES. This could have also been taken on ES too, but I was bullish today, right? I took this trade on NASDAQ. I wanted to see us come up and take out these draws and liquidity above. We didn't get there yet, but we ended up coming back down and retracing into a 15-minute fair value gap. So as you can see, let's go to the 5-minute time frame first. We'll go to the 5-minute time frame on ES also. Hold on 1 second. As we can see, we ended up forming a new hourly high around 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. we formed a new hourly high. We had buy side liquidity above at first. We ended up taking that out on ES and NASDAQ, but NASDAQ decided to continue even higher. We had London session highs and Asian session highs around these areas right here, but we did not want to react off of them yet. I originally wasn't going to take a trade at all, but we ended up seeing a setup, right? So we'll X this out right here. We ended up forming a 15-minute bullish fair value gap, and then I also had these hourly lows marked out on ES, and then these 4-hour lows, Asian session lows, and this 4-hour fair value gap. ES was way behind NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ was continuing higher. ES wasn't going anywhere. It was chopping around. I wanted to see us take out sell-side liquidity first, especially a high time frame draw, and form a 5-minute S&T, right? So when I saw that, ES came down, swept out these hourly lows, and then NASDAQ came into this 15-minute fair value gap that we formed. So we had a 15-minute fair value gap, and we had 15-minute equilibrium, right? So what did I want to see? I stayed in the 5-minute time frame, right? We ended up forming a 5-minute S&T off of equilibrium and this 15-minute fair value gap, and then for ES off of these hourly lows. So NASDAQ formed a low and a higher low. ES formed a low and a lower low, right? I had my eye on NASDAQ because I thought we at least were going to continue up to these 4-hour highs, but we never did. I ended up taking my profit a little bit early. But again, I'll explain to you why, because I went half my position size because, again, it was getting late in the day. The market looked choppy, and I wanted to look for that extra confirmation, and we didn't get that yet, which I'll go over. Let's accept this 5-minute. So once I saw the S&T form, right, I scaled instantly down to the 1-minute time frame on both indexes. Sorry. I didn't take the trade on ES, and you guys can literally go to the live. I'll post it after this too. I live stream my trades. I post everything. I'm not trying to be on no bullshit and fucking try and impress people. I love doing this stuff every single day. So if you guys want to join the Discord, that's totally up to you. But again, I record my sessions live every single day for you guys, so nobody could say anything, right? So once we got that 5-minute S&T back into the trade, I wanted to look for our continuation confluences, right? So I marked out this trade on ES. I didn't take it on ES. I took it on NASDAQ, but we could see on ES we came up, we broke structure to the upside, formed equilibrium. We didn't touch into equilibrium yet, but again, entry could have been off this break of structure to the upside, which would have been right here. And then we could have targeted those new hourly highs that were formed, right? But I was looking at NASDAQ because I wanted to see us come up to these 4-hour highs. But what we did here is we came up, formed that 5-minute S&T. We ended up inversing this 1-minute fair value gap right here, this bearish fair value gap, and then we broke structure to the upside, right? So this was my entry. I got in a little bit lower right here. Targeting first TP should have been these highs up here, but I didn't take full take profit yet. My full take profit was up here. I wanted to target these 4-hour highs, but it looked like price wasn't going to continue up in that direction. So I ended up putting my stop loss below these lows right here, targeting a 1 to 2 where my final TP was. But again, I entered in half my position size, and here's why, right? Today's Monday, no news Monday. Market looked choppy in the beginning of the day. We ended up getting a good setup, but again, I usually just don't enter off of a break of structure to the upside. I wanted to look for our continuation confluence, right? So I marked out this 1-minute bullish fair value gap that we formed. I wanted price to continue lower into this, right? And then get our reaction off of it. Then I would have entered in my full position size. But again, I entered in half. I entered in 2 micro E-minis. Again, I usually trade 3 to 4. But I entered in half my position size off of this break of structure. Put my stop below these lows right here, targeting a 1 to 2. And since I went in half position size, this was my full trade like this. I originally should have took a profit off here, but then price decided to come back down. I still left runners. Once we came up back to this high, I ended up taking a partial right here, right? And then I had that one runner. I wanted to at least to run to my full take profit over here, which would have been a 1 to 3. But I ended up taking my final profit at 185, I think it was, like that. Yep, 185. So my profit was here for 1 to 2.06. So again, still a 42 point trade. Oh wait, full TP was a 47 point trade. Not bad. Again, we ended up forming this 5-minute fair value gap below. That's why I took my final take profit. After seeing us come back up here again and the way the candles were closing, I thought we could come back down, fill in this 5-minute fair value gap, which we are doing right now, and then continue back up to those 4-hour highs. But again, still a solid trade. ES would have been a perfect trade to take too. It instantly would have, not instantly, but no drawdown would have hit take profit. I wanted to focus on ES because again on NASDAQ because I took it in the leading index in this case, and I thought we were going to come to those 4-hour highs because that's where I had my mindset on the entire day. I literally posted in my Mastro's in the Mastro Future Discord in the Mastro's bias section, and that's if you guys get the free part of the Discord, you should see that too. But again, if you want to get access to the full Discord, you got to pay $9.99 a month. I know it's $9, guys, but again, I want the real people who actually want to learn how to trade and be part of this community, not all these freaking people who are going to waste my time and not actually try to become a better trader. So again, here's the trade recap for today. We made around $141 per account, and I post that on my Instagram and in the Discord. I post the truth of my trades if you want to go check that out, and I'm going to post a live session after this. And yeah, we'll go from there. Appreciate it. Good way to start off the week, especially on a Monday. And we'll see where the next couple days take us. All right. Appreciate it.